Salam ala Rasulillah Kareem. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. This is our Quran reading workshop. And we already started a little bit going over the alphabet. We want to continue where we were doing, memorizing the alphabet. You guys already should have completed this part, the first part of the first half of the alphabet. I want you to say again more. We repeat after me, and then we're going to finish the rest of the half, and then we're going to move forward, inshallah. We are quite a little bit behind our schedule, but inshallah we keep, like I said, since you brothers have a little bit of Arabic, study and be able to move faster. Some things, like I said, I want to still go over like you don't know anything, for if the recording winds up working sufficiently, then it may help those other people. Now say every man. Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Alif,
Alif,
ba,
ba,
ta,
ta,
tha.
tha.
Alif,
Alif,
ba,
ba,
ta,
ta,
tha.
tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Again.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Again.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Jim,
Jim,
ha,
ha,
kha.
kha.
And just in case it wasn't mentioned before, this letter ha, which we'll talk to, we'll see, I'll show you. This letter ha is very extremely important letter. We already discussed it, but I'm mentioning it so it's also recorded. This letter ha is very important. We say Ar-Rahman. When we say Bismillah, here Rahman. The ha is there. Rah. The air should go. I usually tell my students, put your hand right there in front of your face. When you say Rah, ha, say ha. Takes like 2 seconds. The air should be coming before you hear the sound. Feel it on your hand. Feel it before you hear it. Ha, ha, ha. Now, you want to get it like 2 seconds. Ha, ha, ha. The difference between hamdu in the word alhamdulillah, we say alhamdu. Say hamdu.
Hamdu.
Many people unknowing and not learning properly, they say alhamdulillah. And there's a difference between hamdu and hamdu. The difference between hamdu is that you're praising Allah, calling Allah praise, and ham. But ham is cursing Allah. People say, alhamdulillah, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. They cursing Allah, not praising Allah. Hamdu. So it's very important. That's how, you change letters. If you're not aware, it's not just a sound. It's not just making some noise. It's a letter. And just like I say, T-A-K-E, or I say S-A-K-E. Two different letters. Two different words. I changed the letter. Right. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so Jim,
Jim,
ha,
ha,
kha.
kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Again.
Jim, ha, kha.
Not Jim, Jim.
Jim,
Right.
ha, kha.
And say ha.
Ha,
Right. Push it out. Ha.
ha,
Ha.
ha.
And say good. Very good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just every time do it like that. Don't be quick to say it and then ha. No. Ha.
Doesn't seem like it's going to come right after the A anyway.
Yeah. Ha. Say it. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Say alhamdulillah. Alhamdu.
Alhamdu.
El, come on.
Alhamdu.
Good, beautiful. Say it.
Alhamdu.
A little bit more. Hamdu.
Alhamdu.
Good. Say Subhanallah.
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 Right. Many people say Subhanallah. Like I told you, there's no such animal as Subhanallah. Arabs don't know P. They say Bebzi. Give me a Bebzi. All you people who don't know how to say P. If you hear an Arab that say P, believe me, he worked on it hard to learn how to do that. He worked on it hard to do that. They don't know P. And we say, most of us say, Subhanallah. No such animal. No such animal. Okay? So it's Subhanallah.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Good. Okay, so now, Jim, Ha, Kha.
Kha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
I still hear Jim. I hear Jim. So when you say Jim, don't let it come through the teeth. Some people say Jim. Jim. No. Jim. Clear. No air. Jim. Say.
Jim.
Ha, Kha.
Ha, kha.
Dal.
Dal.
Thou.
Thou.
Dal.
Thou.
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 Ra.
Ra.
Za.
Za.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Good. Again.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Again.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
And if you are watching this video at home and you are looking at your Arabic alphabet or whatever way you're doing it, right now you shouldn't do that. Right now I just want you to memorize. Don't look at any of the letters. Just learn like you was a little kid all over again. You didn't know it. Your mother, your father, most likely your mama, taught you how to say the alphabet. Whatever language you speak, you learned it, started saying the alphabet, singing a little alphabet song. And when they started showing you the letters, you was able to learn to recognize because you already knew which way to go. We do the same thing. I like to teach in a natural progression, same kind of way that everybody else did. So, Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Alif, ba, ta, tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, ha, kha.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Thou, thou, ra, za.
Good. Say again. Let me hear you say it from the beginning.
Alif, ba, ta, tha. Jim, ha, kha.
Good.
That's it, right?
No, down.
Thou. No. Thou.
No. Down.
Thou, ra, za.
Good. Use yes.
Alif, ba, ta, alif, ba, ta, tha. Jim, ha, kha. Thou, thou, ra, za.
Good. Seen. Say everybody.
Seen.
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 Sheen.
Sheen.
Seen.
Seen.
It was seen yesterday.
Right.
Sheikh Samir was running down the street. Seen.
Seen.
Sheen.
Sheen.
And he was shining. He had that sheen all over his face. Sheen.
Sheen.
Sword.
Sword.
Dod.
Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Good. Again.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod. Sod, Dod.
Again.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
One more time.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, Ha, Ha.
Dal, Thou, Ra, Za.
Thou, Thou, Ra, Za.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Okay? Now, as you already know, that's what we were supposed to do yesterday. And you were supposed to go home after the first lesson and get the first, those half of the alphabet and then practice looking at the letters. Well, you say it. Now, that first page, I want you to repeat after me while you point to each letter. Okay? The way you do it. And take the first page, that side. Say it after me. Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, Ha, Ha.
Dal, Thou, Ra, Za.
Thou, Thou, Ra, Za.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Jim, Ha, Kha.
Jim, Ha, Ha.
Dal, Thou, Ra, Za.
Thou, Thou, Ra, Za.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
Oh, well, you brothers don't have, and what you should have, I'll give you a pen and some paper, okay? Because you should have, you got to take some notes. Even though you already know some things, I teach things in a different way so you can know. You don't have, you got a pen? I always tell my students, come like a student. When you come to a student, you come to a class, you will have a pen, notebook, paper, you know. Come like a student. They're here. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you some things. You see, the other thing about how many left, so you guys, you know some of this, you can have some benefit when you also help to teach some of the other new brothers, or other brothers that don't know. Okay? Now, these three letters, first group of letters you're going to learn is what I call the family.
Family?
Yes, sir. Okay? Write that down, the family.
No family?
Yeah. Family. Oops.
Okay. Family.
Okay. There's actually 5 letters that make up the family. These 3, and then there's 2 more. I'm not going to tell you now just because you're supposed to not know them, even though I know you guys, you know them a little bit. So, just for the recording, these 3. You see, I call these guys the family because they look alike. They look just alike. The only difference is the dots. Only difference is the dots. See, a lot of times, when people first started learning how to read Arabic, and you find most of the books, what they do is, you see the books, you see, you know, whole page of all the alphabet in 3-4 different charts. How it looked by itself, how it looked at the beginning of the word, how it looked in the middle of the word, how it looked at the end of the word. Confusing. Very confusing to most people. And most people try to spend a whole lot of time trying to learn and look at each individual one like this so they can see, because they look all this different in each one of these things. And these things become making things more difficult for people that they wind up giving up. This is like, you know, man, I can't see it this way, and then the letter look like this, and it look like this. I break it down. Easy. Or once you recognize the letters in their initial individual form, like we just did, you practice and you get to recognize what it looks like just like that, by itself, you can be able to recognize the letters in all the other forms that easy, because they don't change that much. There's only 4 letters. How many did I say?
4.
There's only 4 letters that really look different. That if somebody don't teach you what it is in its other form, other shapes, you wouldn't be able to tell what it was. There's only 4 of those. I call those letters, those 4 letters, the chameleon letter. Because they change. You know, like the chameleon change color, get in this environment, change like that, and then over here change like this. I call those letters the chameleon letters. Okay? Other than that, all the rest of them, once you recognize them in their original form, it's easy to recognize them because they don't change that much. Starting with the family. These three letters, I'll tell you. Because even if the person doesn't know, when we come to them, we'll get to them. The other 2 letters, that's part of the family. There's 5 letters that make up the family. The other 2 letters are Noon and Yeah. Yeah. The Yeah, initially, in the initial form, you see it's written like that. 2 dots underneath. When it gets in connected words, looks like this. Right? 2 dots. When you take this out, just for now, put it like that. These 5 letters, you can write them down. Ba, ta, fa, noon, and yeah. Ba, ta, fa, noon, and yeah. Make up the family. Okay?
What's the... Oh,
what's this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I originally I put the yeah, because this is the way you see it in the alphabet, like that. You see at the bottom of the chart, the alphabet down the bottom.
Yeah.
Down the bottom.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. Okay. It's like that. When you see the 2 dots underneath, okay, that's to let you know. When it's written in connected words, it's going to be like this with 2 dots. The only difference in these right here, if I start, I do this. That right there, this line. You see, I don't know, it's not going to be very good for those people at home looking at the video, but that's all right. I may see if I use a bigger marker and see if I make something a little bit different. Because I know on this whiteboard they can't see anything. But that right there can be any one of those 5 letters, depending on where I put the dot. And check this out. First, I put the back, right? 1 dot under where? Bottom. B, bottom. Bottom.
B, bottom.
Right. Back. Bottom. Tab. 2. Tab. 2. Got 2 dots. Fab. 3. Sounds almost just like 3. Fab. Alright? Let me see. Do me a favor. Open that up for me, please. I'm gonna y'all open that up for me. Okay? See, back. You say better, you think of bottom.
Right.
You say tab, think of 2. That means 2 dots. Fair, a little bit more. 3. You understand? So those three you got easy right there. Bad, bad, bad.
And that's all 3 of them right there.
Yeah.
You need 1 dot. You got it.
Okay. Open it up. When you get it, give me that red marker out of there. Back in the red. You can tell from the back. Let's see if I can do that. Okay? The yeah has 2 under the bottom.
Right.
Okay? Difference between the yeah and the back. Back got 1. Yeah, I got 2. And the noon got 1.
If you get
It's in the middle.
now the bag and the yeah,
Right.
the only difference is the bag got 1 and
Right.
the yeah got 2.
Correct. still ain't gonna be able to see none of that on there. I ain't worried about it. Because this is a whiteboard. So it'll be hard for it to be picked up on the video. No, because this is the white, because it's light, and everything on the whiteboard.
The background is light.
Yeah, the background is light. You know what I mean? If it was a darker board, then the color might actually show up. Plus, there's a little bit of a distance. So no problem. So we just keep going with doing. All right. So, and now, right, with the letters, like I said, like this, that's going to be the beginning of the word. It can be any one of those. See, if I put one dot right there, what's that going to be? That's all it can be. Okay? A lot of times when you get confused when you're reading with the different letters, you'll see you use the most valuable rule, the power of elimination. When you eliminate what you know it can't be, then you'll come to exactly what it is. Okay? Okay? Right. Okay? So, in the family, and see, when, come this way, now, in the middle of a word, those, all five of the family, it's just going to be a line connected. Just this line coming to the next line. Like a little point. This letter might be like this. This letter come here. Got three letters there. This one here in the middle could be any one of those five letters. Just depending on where I put the dot. If I put one dot on it, it's going to be a noon. If I put two dots up there, tap. If I take those, put one over here, if I put two right there, if I put the three right there. What's the three? Yeah. Alright? Yeah. Okay? So, that's the family. Okay? Okay? Ba, ta, tha, noon, and ya. That constitutes the family. Okay? The family because they look alike. Okay? Now. You hide your paper, you don't do care. Alright. Now, okay, yeah, we already did that. Alright, so now, the next group of letters we're going to learn is what I call the crew. You know, as youngsters, they got their crew, they got their gang, they hang out together. They make them a crew because, you know, they might dress the same. They got something like, they might got the same tattoo. Whatever the case may be, there's something about them that they stick together on that make them part of the crew. They might got the right kind of handshake. You know, to make them, that's our crew. Okay? This crew, our alphabet crew, which are 6 letters. 6 letters in the crew. Aleph, Dal, Zal, Ra, Za, and Wow. And our memorization of the alphabet, we ain't got to Wow, we ain't got to do that, we're going to come back down. But I'm going to do this here anyway, in this part. Okay? Aleph, Dal, Zal, Ra, Z, and Y.
This way you go. You need to.
All from the right. Arabic goes from right to left. Aleph, Dal, Val, Ra, Z, and Y. Makes them the crew. You know what makes the crew special? You know what is their particular thing different? Sheikh might already know. He might already figured it out. But what makes them special? You know how like the sports players, you know, in basketball, everybody, you know, if somebody does a good job, they don't pat them on the back, they pat them on the butt.
Right. Well,
this crew, they don't play that. They don't play that. Don't touch me on my back.
So they stand alone.
Yeah, they stand alone. They from the front side. Excuse me, okay? Right. They can be connected from the front. They can be connected from the back. They do not get connected on the left side. On the left side. From their front, they are not connected. They won't touch any letter from the front.
On the left side.
Right. The left side is their front. Okay? Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to skip the whole lesson, but that's all right. Down, down. Now let's do this. Okay? That's a lam and that's a wow. You know another wow?
Yeah,
wow. Okay? That's a lam and that's a wow. You see this lam is touching that. But if I'm going to write another word over here, write another letter, even if it's part of this word, ain't going to touch. There'll be a space in between. Because this is their back. The left side is their back. Okay? This is the front, this is their back. On the left side. Don't be touching me on my butt.
That's the back of them.
That's the back of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Of the crew. All of the crew. That's the back. Okay?
Right. So any word coming off of them, it's not going to be touching them.
Right. You know, you see, just like this here, it's like when I wrote this, when I did this here for you before, I made that line, this here in the middle, and I put this letter like that, right? And I put this one dot right here. Only letter got one dot like that you might mistake and think, you might think that was a thou. Okay? You could if you're not really sure about it. You might even think it was a zah or something like that because, you know, and I'll tell you a couple of other things about that so you won't make that mistake. Because they got one dot. So you might be confused. But if you know, okay, it can't be a thou or a zah, why?
Because they ain't going to have nothing touching it.
Ain't going to have nothing touching from that side. And this is touching. It's part of the crew. Down and vowels in the crew, they don't play that.
Right.
Don't touch me on my butt like that.
Right.
Okay. You understand? So, only thing left is for it to know. Power of elimination. Figured out what it can't be, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
You with me?
And it wouldn't sound right either, would it?
It could be. I mean, you know, depending on once you know the language.
Yeah,
It could be. Don't forget it, you know. Yeah, okay? But that's that. Actually, I really jumped ahead. We were supposed to finish off the rest of the alphabet, and I started telling you about recognizing the letters and different things, and I moved on. But that's all right. I wanted to get part of that in there. All right? We're tall. Say tall.
Tall.
Va.
Va.
Ain.
Ain.
Ghain.
Ghain.
We did the alphabet all the way up to Dod. Sin, Shin, Saw, Dod. Now we finished the rest of the alphabet. Then we go on to the next one. Ta, Va, Ain, Ghain.
Ta, Da, Ain, Ghain.
Ta, Va, Ain, Ghain.
Ta, Da, Ain, Ghain.
Fa,
Fa.
Qaf.
Fa.
Good. Qaf.
Fa.
We're going to try to get it to the back of the throat. You know what I used to say when we was kids, and all of us are about the same age, we all in that same bracket, you know, we used to snatch your drink. I'm going to drink all your juice, man. That right there. We made that sound. You made that sound before.
Yeah.
Do it.
Go.
Yeah. Right there.
Go.
Yeah. Say off. 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 Yeah. Off. 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 You may take a little bit of practice and you'll get it. You want to say? Off. Not bar, not here. There's a difference between ka, ha, and ka. Okay? The difference in this, we say, we know all of us, we learn the surah. Qul huwallahu ahad, right? We say qul. Say qul. Qul is a command from Allah to say. I tell you, Samir, say. Get up. Tell them, get up. Say. Qul. It's a command. But if I say qul, okay, that's the command. I put some food in front of you. I say, eat. What's wrong with you, boy? Eat. Qul. That means eat. But qul means say.
That's two different.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta listen. See, your ears will develop. Your ears will develop. As you learn the language and you learn the letters properly, your ears will develop. I used to be in orchestra. I was a musician. I played trumpet and I played French horn in the whole orchestra. And when I played in the orchestra, our conductor was an old German guy, Mr. Greenfield. We got 50, 60 pieces up in here. We got 10 trumpets. French horns was only like 3 or 4 of us, so it was easy. One year I played trumpet, the other year I played French horn. The trumpet, Mr. Greenfield will pick you out of the whole crowd. No, E sharp, E sharp.
Yeah.
He hit. I'm like, how you know it's me? I ain't even playing that loud. You understand? I ain't even playing that loud. But he knew it. Made that mistake. Why? He is tuned. He every little bit. The whole files a lot. When you learn the letter, you know now everybody want to go over go on the website. They're going to memorize from the website. They're going to listen. They got the app. Oh yeah, I got this. You know, they're listening. You know what I tell them? There's nothing wrong with using these tools. The tools are good. Listen more and more. Use it. Practice. Look at it. Write it. But you can't take the tools as your teacher. That website, that other, you can hear it. But what? It can't hear you. Okay? So there's no correction. You got to learn with somebody. With somebody who knows how to recite. You can't learn from transliteration. Won't read on, looking at the transliteration on the website, and everybody got it all looking all fancy and flashing across the screen and looking all pretty and the hoppers sound all beautiful, and you think you're saying just like him, and you now, angels hear you open your mouth and they say, ah! Ain't gonna work. You gotta sit with somebody who knows. Learn how to recite. You recite it, they listen to you. Correct you. You learn that, correct. Say qul. Qul. Good. Qul. Say fa. Qaf. Calf. Fa. Qaf. Calf. Fa. Qaf. Calf. Qaf. Qaf.
Say it again.
Qaf. Qaf.
Yeah.
Qaf.
Yeah. Qaf.
Say qaf. Because
Yes.
yes, there's a fa on the end, there's the F sound. Qaf.
Qaf.
Right.
You saying cough.
No.
You saying qaf.
Correct. Then I'm saying calf. Right. What do we say? Fa. I'm talking to you now. Don't look at him. I'm talking to you. Fa. Qaf.
Call.
Ga.
Go.
Close. Qaf. Say, don't say king.
Qaf.
No. Qaf.
Go.
It's getting closer. Qaf. Remember.
Oh.
Boop. Boop.
Go. Go.
Qaf.
Qaf.
Calf.
Cat.
Fa.
Fat.
Qaf.
Qaf.
Calf.
Cat.
Fa. Qaf. Calf.
Fat off cat.
Fa. Qaf. Calf.
Fat off cat.
Cat.
Ta. Dha. Ain. Ghain.
Ta da ein ein.
Ain.
Ein
Ain.
ein.
Ah. The doctor said, open my eye. Ah. 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 The thing start going down your throat. Ah. Like that. That's where that ain comes from. The difference between aleph and ain, they almost close. They're close. You say ah. Most people when they learn surah to asa, I don't know if you know this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا. Many people say آمنوا وعملوا وعملوا وعملوا. No, it's آمنوا وعملوا. First word begins with an alif. آمنوا. The second word عين. Aminu wa aminu.
Right.
Two different words, two different letters.
Alright, so I said that one time. I don't want to know. I know if I don't know. You have to listen to me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr. Inna insana lafi khusr. Illa ladina aminu wa amilu salihat.
No.
Don't say amilus.
No. Aminu.
Amilu.
Aminu.
Aminu.
Wa amilu. Wa amilu.
Wa amilu.
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 Okay? We're gonna now. Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain.
Ta, da,
Ein.
Ain.
Ein.
Ain.
Ain.
Ghain.
Ain.
Ghain.
Ein.
Ghain.
Ain.
Ein.
Right, now you're gonna say gray, but you say Ghain.
Grain.
Yeah. Ain.
Ain.
Ghain.
Grain.
Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain.
Ta da ein ein.
Fa, Qaf, Kaf.
Fat
off cat.
Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain.
Ta,
Ta da ein ein.
Right, try to say it together. Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain.
Ta da ein ein.
Fa, Qaf, Kaf.
Fat off cat.
Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain.
Ta da ein ein.
Not Ghain, say Ghain.
Ein.
Yes, Ghain, almost like a German. See, all the sounds of the Arabic letter in different languages. There's only one letter in the Arabic language which is not in any other language in the world. And it is also Arabic's nickname. You know, like some people have nicknames. This is Kareem, but he's Abu Abdullah, or Abu Kareem, Abu Salim, because he's the father of, you know, that's his nickname, it's kunya. Arabic has a nickname too, a kunya. The word in Arabic, logha. Logha means language.
Loga.
Yeah, logha. Arabic is called loghatul dad. Loghatul dad. The letter dad, there's no other language. Dad. Is there sword? Dad. There's no other language that has dad. None. Dad is special. It's the nickname. All these other sounds is in this language or that language or this language or that language. All these other different sounds in some other language. Dad is not in any other language. So that's why Arabic nickname is Logos God, the language of God. Okay? But back to our word again. Ta, Ga, Ain, Ghain.
Ta da ein ein.
Ghain.
Ein.
Don't cut it off. Give it. Ghain.
Ein.
Fa, Qaf, Kaf.
Fat off cat.
Okay? Y'all say it. Tall.
Tall.
Tall. What you say?
Tall dog.
Together. Tall. Tall. Ayn. Chaim.
Is that like your garden or something?
Yes.
Kind.
Chaim.
Okay.
Right.
Kind.
Yes. Both of y'all did it good just now. And do it the same way each time. Tall. Tall. Ayn. Chaim.
Tall dog. Iron kind.
Fair. Off. Calf.
Fat off cat.
Tall. Tall. Ayn. Chaim.
Tall dog. Iron kind.
Fair. Off. Calf.
Fat off cat.
Lamb.
Lamb.
Mim.
Mean.
Noon.
Noon.
Lamb. Mim. Noon.
Lamb mean noon.
Again.
Lamb mean noon.
Again.
Lamb mean noon.
Lamb. Mim. Noon.
Lamb mean noon.
Tall. Tall. Ayn. Chaim.
Tall dog. Iron kind.
Fair. Off. Calf.
Fat off cat.
Lamb. Mim. Noon.
Lamb mean noon.
Ha. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha. Wow. Yeah.
How wow. Yeah.
Ha. Wow. Yeah.
How wow. Yeah.
Tall. Tall. Ayn. Chaim.
Tall dog. Iron kind.
Say Chaim. Don't say.
Chaim.
Don't just say Gaim. Say
Chaim.
Chaim. Walaikum salam. Okay? Don't just say Gaim. Say Chaim.
Kind.
Chaim. Now you got the God. Chaim.
Kind. Kind.
Salam alaikum. You came to this class? You coming to this class? Alright, you gotta give me 50 push-ups, brother. Right now, hurry up. Let's go, let's go. You coming out? You coming in here a day late? I'm messing with you, brother. You run them off? I think you ain't gonna get past 20, man. I don't even, you gotta give me no 50, man. Come on. But that's gonna be wasting my time, too. Come on. Get you a chair. Come on, sit up over here. MashaAllah. Yeah. What's your name, Aki? Abdul Sabor. Uncle Samir. Okay. How well you know your alphabet? You know any of it?
Yeah,
Let me hear you recite it.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Za, Jim, Ha, Ha,
Now,
Dal, Gal, Ra, Za, Sin, Shin, Sod, Dod, Dot, Dot, Ain, Ain, Ha,
Fa,
Ba, Ha,
Fa, Qaf, Kaf.
Ba, Kaf, Kaf,
Lam,
Lam, Wow,
Lam, Mim, Noon.
Lam, Mim, Nun, Wow, Lam, Alif, Hamza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I do it. Have, wow, yeah. Okay. Alright, you got that. So you ain't far. We all just about in the same boat. You missed a little bit about how I do some things, but you know. Everybody after me. Aleph, Ba, Ta, Fa.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Fa.
It's Fa.
Ba,
Right. Aleph, Ba, Ta, Fa.
Aleph, Ba, Ta, Fa.
Jim, Ha, Ha.
Jim, Ha, Ha.
Amen. Say Ha.
Ha,
No. No. Put your hand up. Right here. I want you to feel it's hot. I want you to feel the air on your hand before you hear the sound. Ha. You see how long it takes me to get the whole thing to complete it? Like about 2 seconds. I say ha. Yeah. Ha.
Ha,
Good. Ha.
Ha,
Good. Say hamdu.
Hamdu,
Hamdu.
Hamdu,
Alhamdu.
Alhamdu.
Good. There's a difference between hamdu and hamdu. What's the difference?
Difference is one is a praising Allah, and the other one is disrespecting.
Cursing Allah.
Cursing Allah.
Call it like it is. It's cursing Allah. People say alhamdulillah. You're cursing Allah. Alhamdulillah. Okay? Ar-Rahman. Rah. Not rock. Not rock. Okay? Rah. Rah. You got a match, you should blow it out. It should go out. Rah. Rahman. You put it out. You say, Rah. Put it out. You can. Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Ta Tha Ain Ghain.
Ta Dha Ain Ghain.
Ta Tha Ain Ghain.
Ta Dha Ain Ghain.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Qaf Kaf.
Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Lam Mim Nun.
Lam Mim Nun.
Ha Waw Ya.
Ha Waw Ya.
Lam Mim Nun.
Lam Mim Nun.
Ha Waw Ya.
Ha Waw Ya.
Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Ha. Jim Ha Kha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Ta Tha Ain Ghain.
Ta Dha Ain Ghain.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Qaf Kaf.
Qaf Kaf.
Not Qaf. Qaf. The name of the letter is Qaf.
Qaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Lam Mim Nun.
Lam Mim Nun.
Ha Waw Ya.
Ha Waw Ya.
Now, all y'all probably already know, but look at it. Wow, look at it. Just like you was teaching somebody, that's yours. Okay? Put your finger on each letter as you say it. Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Aleph Ba Ta Tha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Ha. Don't cut it short. Don't be quick. Ha Kha. No. Jim Ha. Jim Ha Kha. You gotta say it fast. Jim Ha Kha.
Jim Ha Kha.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Dal Thou Ra Za.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Sin Shin Sod Dod.
Ta Tha Ain Ghain.
Ta Dha Ain Ghain.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Fa Qaf Kaf.
Lam Mim Nun.
Lam Mim Nun.
Ha Waw Ya.
Ha Waw Ya.
Okay. Say after some boy. Have you already recognized all of those letters? You know what that? What's that?
Ain.
What's that?
Ba.
Vaw.
Da.
What's that?
Za.
What's that? Excuse me?
Za.
That one's there or this one's there?
This one.
Okay. What's that one? Raw.
Ra.
Is that G?
Jim.
Okay. That's what you want to do. You want to practice so that you get used to, once you know how to be able to recite, you see somebody recite the letter, then they can just take the paper and follow along. When they know exactly what letter it is. And they can start practicing. What I tell people to do is to take a piece of paper like this. If you don't have, you get index cards and put one on each one. Or you take a piece of paper and fold it up until you got all couple of little boxes and tear them up into different pieces of paper and put one letter in each box and mix them up. So you practice for yourself that you can get used to, so you don't have to, when you get over here to that, say, what's that? Okay. So you don't have to do that. In the beginning, when you first start, you may have to do that until you get used to what it looks like. One of the things you missed that I already went over, whoever watching this video is going to be tired of so much alphabet. They're like, man, when you get to the real lesson, you get all back on it. Okay? But I'm going to backtrack a little bit on what I already did because you missed a little bit to give you some to catch up. You got a pencil? Good. Okay, there's a paper for you to write on. Okay? I break up the letters in a couple different groups. Okay? First group is called the family. What's it called? The family. 5 letters make up the family. What's those letters? Mu'min, what's those letters make up the family?
Noon.
Now start from the beginning.
Alif.
No,
No.
Da.
Ba. Ba. Ta. Ba.
Mm-hmm.
And
Noon.
noon. Ba. Ta. Ba. Noon and ya.
Correct. Okay. Abu Sabor. Ba. Ta. Ta. Noon. Yeah. Okay. The dot. Only difference between them is the dots. Okay? When they're written on, you write right up the top somewhere on your paper, the family. The family. This is the family. Call them the family because they all look alike. All look alike. Only difference between them is the dot. And check this out, Abu Sabor. The back has how many dots? And where is it? Bottom. That, bottom. That, bottom. Tab, 2. Tab, 2. On top. That, 3. Okay? See that? Easy. 1, 2, 3. That, bottom. Tab, 2. That, 3. Okay? Noon got 1. See it on the middle. And sometimes you see it, it may be like this. Okay? Still that 1 dot there. You know? And yeah, people gonna be like that. Or it's gonna be like that. 2 underneath. Okay? So write down the family. Come on, quick. You already behind. Later, I might call it my marker on the push-ups, man. Add some sit-ups with them or something. You know? That was in the military too. Yeah. Okay? I wrote it down to him. Oh, he got him. He know what that. He know what that. You know, he got him. Okay. The crew. Down. Down. Raw. There. And wow. See, different from me, right? Many people that learn the letters in different forms, they have the column. This is in the beginning, this is in the middle, this is in the middle. Confusing. I don't do it. All the letters, once you learn them in the original form, it's easy to recognize. Only difference is 4 letters. Only difference is 4 letters, which we ain't got to yet. This is called the crew. Aleph, down, down, raw, zah, and wow. And they call the crew 6 letters. Okay? The family, they look alike. The crew would make somebody together. You can walk the room. Okay. You want glasses? No. What makes, a crew, some gang, they look alike, they dress alike, they got the same handshake, they get the same tattoo, something special about them to make them the crew, the clique, that they hang out together. What's up with these crew, with this crew right here? Unlike the rest of the sports players, when everybody do a good job and pat them on their butt, they don't play that. Don't hit me on my butt. Don't touch me on my butt. For them, the left side is the butt, this is the front. They don't get touched on this side. Don't touch them over here. You understand? Don't touch them over here. That's what makes them the crew. Okay? They don't get touched on the left. That's on their back. That's on their butt. Don't touch them. They don't play that. Okay? What we're going to do now is our vowels. Okay? That's what I started. That's what I was going to do when you came in. Right Salam. Actually, move this. So, all the letters in the Arabic alphabet are consonants. In English we got A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels, and the other letters are consonants. In Arabic, all of the 28 letters are consonants. The vowels are right here. The markings that go above and below the letter. There's 3 basic vowels. Fatha, say fatha, okay, which is just a line which goes above the letter and gives it or equals an a sound. Say a sound. Kesra, which goes below the letter, it looks the same, only difference, one is above, one is below. Kesra gives it an e sound. And the Dhamma, say Dhamma, it looks like this also goes above, gives it the oo sound. So you have a, e, oo. And these are what we call the short vowels. We learn later the long vowels. These are short vowels. A, e, oo. Say
A, E, U.
A, E, oo. Okay? Well, I like to say, in English, see, when we learn English, when we learn our language, and our language happens to be English, okay? We learn that every letter has a value, has a sound that it makes, okay? We learn the name of the letter, then after that we learn what sound that letter makes, okay? We learn the letter, then we learn the sound that it makes. We know this. What letter is this? No.
B.
That's a B. I ain't worried about it yet. This is a bat. Right? That's a bat. That's a B. We know if I ask you, what sound does that make? You'll say what? Burp. Burp. That's the sound right here, right? When we write a word, we don't say be at, we say bu at. Put it together, bat. We do the same thing in Arabic. When I figured that out, I said, wow, I can teach you like that. Because nobody told me like this. Okay? Nobody told me like this. Put the fatha on it. Or we say, this is the letter, we know this is the bat. What sound it's going to make? Bu. Put it with the vowel sound. A. Bu. We got ba. Don't write now. I want you to get this. Even if you already passed this, I want you to get it. Because you see how I teach it, you can teach somebody too. Okay? This letter, the name of this letter, what's the name of this letter? Ba. The sound that it's going to make, bu. Put it with the vowel, bu, a, ba. Again, you go here, what's the name of the letter? Ba. The sound is going to make, bu. This vowel is E, so it's going to be bu. Together, B. Same thing here. Boo. Ooh. Boo. So we got bad, B, boo. I used to be on my job, and then somebody see me reading Quran or something, non-Muslim on my job or whatever. You say, wow, what is that? I say, it's Arabic. What? You can read that? I say, yeah. I say, oh, mercy. Oh, that looks good. I said, no, it's easy. I said, what? I said, it's easy. I said, I'll teach you how to read in 5 minutes. I said, what? Get out of here. I pull out a piece of paper. This is exactly what I show him. I teach him 3 letters. I said, this make that sound, this make that, you finish, bad people. Tad T2, bad people. I said, just like that. You learn the whole alphabet, that's the way you read. Easy. 5 minutes, I already taught them how to start, how to read. They ain't learned all the alphabet, but the letters they learned, I told them 3 letters. They can recognize 3 letters. I used to do calf, lamb, and me. I used to do calf, lamb, and me. And show them what calf, lamb, and me. And then teach them about Fatah Kesra Duma. In 5 minutes, they know. They can say, if I write another calf and I put a pestle or a Duma, I mix them up, they can recognize it and they say the sound. Just like that. I tell them. That's how easy it is. Quick. 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Because that, once you know the alphabet, you do that with every letter. Right? Don't worry, you ain't got no more problems. Don't worry, you ain't got no more problems. You ain't got no more problems. Watch how easy that problem what you talked about is be knocked out, finished. It's almost time for good. You came early this morning, I said you finished. Before I said you ain't gonna have no more problems. Recognizing none of them letters. Inshallah. You seem smart enough, intelligent enough, a few minutes with me, finish. I don't know how long you've been trying. Before Asa, you're going to be able to recognize anytime you see it. Watch. What's that? Sassy. Sassy Su. With all the letters. Like I told you. All of the letters. And you already know, and the brother already know, I don't know what happened, our other contender. But once you recognize the letters in their original form, the rest is easy. Recognize them in those different forms is easy. Okay? Because, like I told you, there's only 4 letters. I'm going to tell you right now, those 4 letters. There's only 4 letters that I call the chameleon letters. Because like a chameleon, over here it look like this. In this environment, it look like that, changes color. It's only 4 letters that somebody has to teach you how they look, what they look like. Those 4 letters that I call chameleon letters, you write them down. You wrote down the family, you wrote down the crew. Now you got to know the chameleon. The chameleon letters Kaf, Ain, Ghain, and Ha. The chameleon letters are Kaf, Ain, Ghain, and Ha. If you understand the rules of these 3 combination of letters that I taught you, the family, the crew, and the chameleon, you won't ever have a problem recognizing no letters. Okay? Anytime. Because the power is what? The power of elimination. You eliminate what you know it can't be, and you're left with nothing else but what it is. Okay? When you see what I teach, how I start to recognize the letters, I tell you, because Jim, Ha, Ha. Like I said before, most of the books, you'll see the chart, how it all look in the beginning, how it look in the middle, how it look in the end. You're like, what the heck? 28 letters? I gotta look middle and beginning. You start doing your multiplication, like, right? Don't you feel like that? When you start trying to learn it like that, and somebody try to teach you like that, don't you feel like that? I'm glad my teacher didn't teach me like that. He didn't teach me like I'm teaching now too, but he didn't teach me like that. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't even know how I learned in the different forms. I really don't. I don't even remember. But the way I teach it, all the letters except for those communion letters, the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to lose the belly. That's all. It's going to lose the belly. It's going to lose that close, and then that's the way it's going to look in the beginning, middle, or the end. Okay, every other letter, except for our communion letters, that's what it's going to do. See that? No, don't you know? Right? It's a G. All it did was lose that loop. That's all it did was lose that loop. What letter is that? See? Only thing it's going to do, lose that loop. That's all it's going to do. But a scene like that in the middle of the word, like that in the beginning of the word, and all the same like that if it's at the end of the word. Every other letter, all it's going to do is lose that loop. Da, ta, sin. It's going to lose the loop. That's it. Down, look. People get confused. Down, raw, and zah. Right? Now people get confused. Those letters. You read Arabic, you don't actually have any lines on the page. You just be straight. But if you were to see it like a line, imaginary line of difference, down and down, it's going to be like it's sitting on the line. Raw and zah are going to hook down below the line. Sometimes you can't tell because there ain't no line, and sometimes they got it looking crooked or whatever. But if you look at the opening, if the opening you see like down and down, the opening is small, it's closed. You know, it might be on the page, and it might be laying up here like something like this here. Something like that, you know. Without the line being there, you're not sure what that is. Is that down? Is it a raw? Is it whatever? You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the opening between this and this, if it's wide like that, it's got to be a raw. If it's going to be closed and down, it's going to be a down. If it got the dot, then it's a thou. If it got a dot, then it's a zah. Piece of cake. Walk in the park. Nothing to it but do it. Right? You know what we did? I told you before, right? We made this. Somebody see all that up in there? And say, well, is that a thou? They said, is that a thou? I don't know. That got one dot on there like that. I don't know. Is it a thou? It is that. I don't know, you know. No, I don't know. But y'all know what it is. Why? For one rule.
Process elimination.
Process elimination. What's the rule? Can't be a thou or a thou. Why?
It's a noon.
Can't be a thou or a thou.
It's connected. It's connected, right.
That's the rule, cuz thou and that don't play that. They're part of the crew. Don't touch me on my back.
Right.
They don't play that. So the only thing left is the noon. You understand? Piece of cake. Walk in the park. Done deal. Right or wrong?
You gotta remember that rule. The team.
Team. Teamwork, baby. Family. And we already know what I said. Family, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 8 letters there. Who want to tell me what it is? I wrote it kind of small. I'm sorry. I should have wrote it much bigger. Can you see that? What's the first letter? Lamb. What's the second letter? Okay. The third. You might not know. That's a mean. What's the third letter?
No, a lamb.
Yeah, it's a lamb. Now, you know the rule for the lamb? Sometimes you see something like that. Sometimes some people in the beginning, they get confused. Is it an olive or is it a lamb? The olive is what? Part of what family? Part of what connection? Part of the crew. Right. So don't play that. Can't be touched. So if it's touching, it look like an olive, it's not an olive. If it's touching, it's a lamb. Got it. Power of elimination. So we got the lamb. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Scary. Walking apart. Done deal.
You missed that. I really think you missed the foul.
He missed the vowels. He got to pay. Not me. We're going to stop here. We're going to stop here because it's about 15 minutes before Salah. We're going to get ourselves ready. Then we'll go back and get into the vowels. And then we're going to start getting some other practice and so forth on some of those things, inshallah. You know God? You know the alphabet? Be able to recognize them in different. We're going to do even before we're going to do the vowels, we're going to do some practice in the book with my first exercise in recognizing the letters in their connection. That's what we're going to do, inshallah, after Salah. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.